Don't wait for your woman to bring you a check. Don't y'all get quiet on me this morning. And so what happens? Especially when the boy watches his daddy, who tries it. When he grows up, he tries it. I want me a woman to take care of me. Look at me, look at my bling, you know I got it going on. Some of us, our children, don't have any work ethic. You have to teach children to work. Ain't nothing wrong with working. Excuse me. I ain't just trying to be funny. My sister been on her job over 30 years. My other brother, till his plant closed, he was on his job for over 30 years. And I almost got 30 years on my job at Allen, and I've been pastoring for over 30 years. Amen. Where in the world did we get it from? We got it from watching our daddy. Because our daddy said, don't never let a man say to you, I'm going to give you your check. You a lie. You ain't giving me my check. I work for that, and you owe me some more. As the head of the house, God called you to be provided. Amen. Thirdly, as the head of the house, the man is protected. The man is called by God not to allow animals, enemies, or anything that will destroy the family in the household. Now, it is no accident that in the Old Testament property is important. And if you came on my property and did harm to my family, in the Old Testament I got a right for you to meet the law. It is my job to protect my family. Now let's make this contemporary. As head of your family, you also need to protect your family. You need to keep other people out your house. Did y'all hear what I said? Now, y'all excuse me for a minute. The other week when I went to Raleigh, we had a wonderful time. It was the first time that the four of us had been together in a long time. Just the four of us. My wife and our two children. Now, she's got her side of the family. I got my side of the family. But our little bitty family, it ain't but four of us. Sometimes mother-in-law don't need to be in this. Don't y'all get quiet now. Sometimes mother-in-law don't need to be over in this. Sometimes father-in-law don't need to be in this. This is about. And you don't need to always be bringing your mama. Oh, I want to preach that. You don't always need to be bringing your mama and your in-laws and your canal. You need to keep gossip out your house. Keep bullies Last thing. I'm finished preaching now. The last thing, as the head of the house, the father is preserved. In verse 15, Joshua says, but as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. Now, it is the job of the father to tell the story about how God has brought your family. It is the job of the father to share from generation to generation how the Lord has blessed you. It is the job of the father to tell the story that we came from Africa. We were kings and queens. It is the job of the father to talk about Middle Passage, to talk about being a sharecropper. It is the job of the father to talk about when we didn't have much. God blessed us over and over and over again. If you don't tell the story, your children will grow up to be spoiled brats. Because they will not know. Why y'all think we eat chitlins? Why do you think we eat pig feet? It's not because we like them, because that's all we had. And folk took little and made much. Y'all never seen a shotgun house? Y'all don't know nothing about linoleum floors, pot-belly stoves, number 2 tubs, foot tubs. But if you take it out of your memory, then you'll forget how the Lord had brought us from a mighty, mighty, mighty long way. You are the preserver of your family. It's your job to share that although you may be educated, your mama or your daddy who didn't have an education sacrificed for you to have. And some of us, our children, they don't know the story. So when they get educated, they go, oh, I'm refined. I'm educated. I'm dignified. Look at me. Now let me tell you something. You got to know from whence you come. And you got to know to thank the Lord from which you come. Every now and then, when we go back to West Virginia, it's not there anymore. I show the boys that was an out. I said, out the house. That's where you went to the bathroom. We went to a hardware store in West Virginia, and just so happened they had a pot. I said, what's that for, Daddy? Come on in the room. You have to preserve the legacy. Now as I close, fellas, I do not know about you, and I'm extremely proud to be a black father. I want to thank my wife. But you have a responsibility as father. God calls us to be head of house, not head boss, but head of house. Head of house begins, as I close, with the theological presupposition that as a man, that I will model my life after God. And if I model my life after God, then I will require all those who live under the same roof with me to follow God as I follow God. And you are the priest of your house. You are the provider of your house. And when your wife kisses you and tells you, don't go to work today, just remember that old song that says, your love gives me such a thrill, but your love don't pay my bills. You are a protector of your house. Whether you like it or not, sometimes you got to tell your mama, mama, this ain't between you now. Don't y'all get quiet. Mama, you need to step to the side and say, this between me and my wife. Amen. The minute I first got married, she got upset with me. She went down to her daddy and stayed all day. It got dark. Her daddy said to her, don't you need to go back home to Greg? She rolled all around, but she came home. See, her daddy had made up in his mind that she was married and he was going to stay out of our business. Y'all never heard that old song? Who's the meanest woman I know? Mother-in-law. Y'all never heard that? Y'all never heard that? Oh, y'all are downloading this. Who's the meanest woman I know? Mother-in-law. Oh, Lord. Priest, provider, protector, and preserver. And I challenge the men of St. Philip African Methodist Episcopal Church. As I said, Willie Mays was my early hero. Then I understood my father, Herman Cornelius Grooms, to be my hero. And he induced me to God as my hero. And I simply ask you to follow God and be ahead of your house.